Hey everyone, Jonathan Blackwood here, Editorial Director of Commercial Integrator. Welcome to another Three Questions interview. Today we are joined by John Steinhauer and Todd McCandless of Barco. John, Todd, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
It's great to be here.
It's great to have both of you. We're talking all about digital signage, but I wanted to dig in a little bit deeper with you guys. I know that Barco is doing a lot around visualization. John, what are the key trends and applications in visualization, and how does Barco play a part?
Hey, thank you very much again for having us, Jonathan. You know, visualization has always been the lifeblood of Barco. We're known for our quality, for having the brightest, best colors and the best experience across our catalog. And what we're seeing happening in this kind of recovery period right now is that visualization products are being used to bring folks back to work. So where once before a large LED wall only had certain applications in an experience center or a lobby, we're finding these technologies in boardrooms, in bigger meeting spaces where people are going to have to be social distanced and still have to see the display. So bigger displays are driving people back into the workplace. And a lot of major companies are investing right now to be prepared for that. So in the past, like where an experience center was only for maybe onboarding new employees or investors or things like that, those experience centers are going to be used for totally different applications now for all employees to make that workplace special, to get them out of their home office, like where I am right now. And probably in about 2 minutes, the landscaping noises are going to happen in the background. I can't wait to go back to an office. And I think our technology, as well as all visualization technology, is going to drive a lot of that adoption and bringing people back to work.
Todd, kind of building off of that, when it comes to LED displays and just visual displays in general, what are the biggest challenges that integrators face and are going to face as people start returning to work and retail environments and restaurant environments and so on?
Yeah, it's a great question, Jonathan. And with LED, it's a unique technology in the sense that we can be really creative because of the modularity of LED. And that actually bodes really well as these office spaces become more of these engagement areas and these collaborative spaces. You know that you're constantly trying to reconfigure those spaces to get the space usage up and make the most of the real estate portfolio that you have. And so with LED, because of that modularity, because of the way we do our mechanics and installation to make that simple, it's very easy to fit into these applications and really make any space a visual experience. And so for LED, that's a critical component. Also, it's important about the image processing as we're really representing brands and we're representing the messaging around those brands. Having that accurate color and bit depth is really critical, and LED serves that market incredibly well with very high brightness, a lot of detail in the low brightness areas as well, getting that black, deep black, getting that vibrant color without washing out. All of that is a critical component. But direct view LED absolutely is exponentially poised to grow, and we're excited to be leading that effort as work comes back to those engagement centers.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those in the audience that may not be aware or want to know more about Barco, what is it that sets Barco technology apart from some of your competitors?
You know, you mentioned our image processing catalog. You know, the approach we take to LED, we think is different, and it's a solutions approach. So when you put all the components together, we deliver a better experience for our customers. LED can be a fragmented market for a lot of end users, a lot of different companies, names you haven't heard of, and a lot of price competitiveness. You know, the prices can be driven down a lot in the marketplace, and often Barco has always had the reputation of being the brand that you pay a little more for, but you get that quality. It's never the cheapest. That's true. You know, we say that confidently, but when you bundle together our processing tools, our E2 Event Master tools, and you build a solution out of that, you wrap our support and the kind of the safety of buying from Barco from a services perspective, we often come out on top. And I think, you know, the biggest differentiator for us is all those things firing at the same time. A company you can trust in a market that can be a little unstable, we bring stability into that.
Yeah, and I would just add, I'm a little biased being the director of LED for sales support, but I would just add that one of the differentiators is really around that image processing, as John mentioned, but that complete ecosystem, controlling that signal flow through the entire signal chain is a real important factor. And especially, Jonathan, as you look at LED, that race to the bottom, finding that very inexpensive LED tile, using a third-party processor, that actually really does breed a lot of complexity in that signal chain. You can have real image tearing and hiccups and jitter and a lot of I would say, bifurcated approach. You've got multiple necks to choke when there's an issue. One thing that Barco brings to the entire scope is our portfolio of image processing through the display. We control that ecosystem to improve and deliver a far superior experience, and that's really a differentiator as you look across our product portfolio.
Well, I know that, we haven't been able to make it to a trade show in about a year now, but at every trade show, anyone who's been there knows the Barco booth and knows to stop by there and see all the incredible stuff that you guys show every year. In the meantime, if anyone from our audience wants to learn more about the products that you guys have and the company in general, how can they learn more about Barco?
The best way to do that, Jonathan, is barco.com, our website. Also get in touch with your regional sales managers. Myself on LinkedIn, I'm very active in the social platforms representing Barco. Just look for John Steinhauer on LinkedIn. Todd McCandless is also, he was humble before saying he was just our LED lead. He is really our LED guru and always accessible and happy to help any customer or partner with any questions. So just please reach out to us.
Yeah, I encourage everyone to do so. As I mentioned, Barco has some incredible installations and ability to help integrators every step of the way, not just from the time they purchase. John Steinhauer, Todd McCandless of Barco, thank you both for joining us so much today for 3 questions.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jonathan.